Hello, my name is Luigi Pangara. I'm a photographer and graphic designer, and this is my trip to Taormina, Italy. And there we have a couple of shots of Mt Etna. That I think it's a still dormant volcano close to Taormina and Messina. And so before we get to the ruins, which I talked about later, this is Taormina, the city. And I really like this arch here. Nice stonework, very old stone, running down to this arch. And I think it's really pleasant. And this is a fountain which I liked. It's got a nice carving of a horse. And I do like the amenities found in Taormina. The public toilets is one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen in Europe and in the world, compared to the most ugly toilets I've ever seen, which was in Sydney, Australia. And once again, the shutters, like in Malta and Spain and France, but different colours, different designs. Well, same design, different colours. And this is the market, where you could buy all sorts of things, all sorts of trinkets. A nice little passageway, which looks like very European looking, I think. And here is Pinocchio, this Pinocchio shop, which I actually bought one of the marionettes. I said to myself, I know local stuff from each country I went to and not made in China. And I do like made in China, but I wanted something locally made. That was my big thing. I think this is one of the archways. Oh, this is, I really like this orthodox type art over here. And this is one of the plazas here. And the thing about this is a nice shot. So the thing about the plazas, you hear the buskers, the local entertainment played the theme song of the Godfather movies, because the Godfather 2 was actually shot in Messina, which is the port next to Taormina. And I like this shot, very old world feeling. Look at that, so charming. And these are the steps to the teatro, the Greco Roman theatre. And look at those columns, they're real. They're really real. They're not like the fake ones as you've seen earlier. As we go to the white shot here, and this is like over 2,000 years old. They weren't sure whether it was made by the Greeks or by the Romans, so that's why it's called Greco Roman. But I was just, even these shots of these steps, I was just proud, just happy as that finally I got to experience like a real Greco Roman ruin in Europe. And it was difficult to get my chance over here. As you can see from the green screen, it's still used as a music venue to this day. And it was just a pleasure walking through the ruins of a place that's older than your country. Like, I mean, and there is some debate with Australia, but it literally is the oldest place I've ever been to. And just look at that, and you can see the beautiful view that the ancients must have had. This lovely old stone, the columns, the brick, which basically is brick, as you can see here, but made 2,000 years ago. Different materials, this had lime and mortar and stuff like that. But the concept is still the same as the modern day bricks. And this is a shot of the entire town of Messina from the top of the theatre. And I think there are some modern, as you can see, some modern wooden, not pews, but seats, as you can see. They're gearing up for an event, a music event. And, you know, I try to get shots without any modern stuff, but still was a little bit difficult. And this is the closest thing to Arabesque architecture I could find. As you can see, like the pointed arches of the of Arabic design. And this, I think, is the Odeon, which is like a little small arena for players, I think. And this shot here, as I rise from the rock beneath the ruins, it felt like I truly was part of the ruin, like experiencing history, like exploring every nook and cranny of this place, which is probably, you know, haven't seen use for almost 2,000 plus years. I do love the Odeon here, as I rise here, as you can, like, you know, there were like children and teenagers playing. But yeah, I thoroughly got to explore this room here, climbing. Oh, it was great. The Odeon was great. And here is a shot of the buskers playing the Godfather theme, but I've turned the volume down because it's copyright, you know. And of course, it wouldn't be Italy without churches and a creepy skull on the frieze. And this is from a high location of the streets of Taormina near the Palazzo de Plaza. And once again, the just shots of people enjoying their day. Of course, I was both working and for pleasure, as you can see. And this is a unique castle-like turret design, I think, of it. Mt Etna was beautiful, Taormina was beautiful, had some kick-ass al fresco food. It was great. Thank you, Taormina. And thank you for watching. Bye.